Dricus Du Plessis appeared on the Ariel Helwani show yesterday. He discussed his upcoming middleweight title defense against Khamzat Chimaev and says he believes he will break Khamzat. Dricus said he is a special fighter. He is incredibly good. I can't wait. This win for me is going to be history. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to shock the world once again. Every other time everybody said it's impossible. Not this guy, not this guy. I'm going to go out there and you're going to see the boogeyman break. You're going to see him break in there. Then realize there's only one boogeyman, and that's me. In the middleweight division, there can only be one boogeyman, and that will be me. Dricus also had some words for Belal Muhammad. After Belal lost the welterweight title to Jack Della Maddalena, Dricus posted this on X. He wrote, "@Belal, well done, JK." Ariel brought this up, and Dricus responded saying, "I was watching the fight to see him lose. I was. That was literally it. I think he's an absolute asshole. I was really happy to see that. So that's why I made the tweet. That tweet was ready before the fight started. I had that tweet ready. It was basically copy and paste go." Arman Tsarukyan feels like Ilia Topuria doesn't want to fight him because he's scared he's going to lose. As most of you know, Ilia recently said he'd rather vacate the lightweight title than defend it against Arman next. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Arman said he feels that he's going to lose that fight, and it's better to give the belt and then let go up or wait to see what happens with me because he knows I'm a big problem for him. I'm going to get his title. He knows that, and he wants an easy fight with Paddy Pimblett or Justin Gaethje or someone. Just make money and defend. But with me, it's going to be hard for him. I already told them I'm ready September or October. I'm in shape and I train twice a day. I'm healthy now, so if they tell me October with somebody and December with Ilia, for sure. Dean Thomas recently stirred up some controversy with his comments about Khamzat Chimaev. He said that if Khamzat beats Dricus Du Plessis and becomes the middleweight champion, it would be a disaster for the UFC. Dean doubled down on that take on Daniel Cormier's YouTube channel, standing by his belief that Khamzat would end up holding up the division if he becomes champ.
I am not going to walk this back. In fact, I'm going to double down and just clarify it because I think everybody missed the point of what I was trying to make. I was saying that if Khamzat Chimaev becomes champion, it's going to be a disaster because he is going to hold the division up. He doesn't fight enough. This is a man who averages like one fight a year, and he's not even a champion yet. The UFC didn't do fights in the US. There's been fights in Abu Dhabi. There's been fights in other countries in which he could have fought, but he still chose to only fight once a year. And when you only fight once a year, if you're the champion, imagine how infrequent he's going to fight. You know who gets held up by that? Guys like Imavov, guys like Caio Borralho, guys like Reiner de Ritter. All those guys have to suffer and take stupid fights or interim championships because the champion doesn't fight. That's what I'm saying. If he's going to be champion, all I want him to do is to fight more.
Sean Strickland had harsh words for Khamzat Chimaev this week, and Khamzat has since responded. Sean called Khamzat mentally weak. He said Chimaev is just a f***ing I was there when he retired from COVID. I was training with him. There's a video of me, and I was like, "Oh, you're so good. You're better than everybody." And I'm being sarcastic.
The gum is up. Understand? You're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people.
You can pick high-level UFC fighters, but you go and f***ing starch this one-on-one guy. But there's guys like Edmund Shabazian, high-level UFC fighters, and you're picking the one-on-one fighter because you think he's the same height as your opponent. No, dude. You're picking him because you're a b****. Khamzat has since fired back at Sean. He said, "When I was there, he never said anything. When I left Las Vegas, when they stopped my travel visa, he started to talk. When I came back, I'm in Los Angeles. Come on, if it's something personal for you, just come. I'm here whenever he wants." Nassourdine Imavov discusses his upcoming fight against Caio Borralho at UFC Paris. He finds Caio's style to be boring. However, he's planning to counter that and turn it into an exciting fight for the fans. He said it's very simple. I'm a complete fighter. I consider myself as a complete fighter. So if it has to go to the ground, it'll go to the ground. I will welcome him to the ground. If it stays standing, it will be better and I will just demolish him. The thing is that I don't speak too much, but when I fight, I want to bring a real show to my fans. He just wants to win the fight in this way, having a weird fight. A not interesting fight. That's not how I'm used to doing. For me, I'll make this fight in spectacular fashion. It's important for me to show people that I can make a boring fighter a great fight. It looks like Islam Makhachev has started training camp for the Jack Della Maddalena fight. The fight is not official just yet. However, Khabib recently stated that it may happen at Madison Square Garden in November.
Делаем, скорость. 10 секунд еще, делаем. Делаем, 5 секунд. Делаем, время.
Michael Venom Page is set to face Jared Cannonier at UFC 319. Last week, Cannonier admitted that he wasn't too excited about the matchup, saying he'd rather face a true middleweight. MVP seems to feel the same way, revealing he would have preferred to stay at welterweight. He said it is what it is. It's kind of worked out how it's worked out. I would have preferred to get a fight in the welterweight division. As I've said before, it feels like there's a lot more politics going on in the welterweight division, and everyone's a bit more tentative about who they fight. I'm just not at that stage of my career to care enough. I'm just like, give me a good fight and I'm in. I expected after that last win I was going to get another good fight, and I was getting names that didn't really make any sense. So middleweight it is. I'm happy to get such a high-level fighter, probably the highest ranked fighter that I've had so far. So I'm excited. I'm happy with the fights that I've had. Now having confirmed that Islam is coming up to welterweight to fight Jack Della Maddalena, again, it feels like welterweight is just going to be a bit of a holdup. Middleweight right now definitely seems way more exciting. Obviously I got Jared to focus on at the moment, but I may be standing here for a while until things start moving again at welterweight. Kamaru Usman says giving Paddy Pimblett the next lightweight title shot would be like spitting on the merit of having the best fight the best. If Justin Gaethje doesn't get the shot, Usman believes Ilia Topuria should defend the belt against Arman Tsarukyan.
It's not Paddy's fault. Paddy has done a great job with the opposition he's been given to even put himself in this conversation. Paddy's done a phenomenal job. But if we're looking at the lightweight rankings, we've got Ilia Topuria, and I'm assuming next you've got Arman Tsarukyan. It makes sense. If you're not going to do a Justin Gaethje, I don't know why Islam is still there, but if you're not going to do a Arman Tsarukyan, or you're not going to do a Justin Gaethje, then, you know, like, yes, you've got Dan Hooker there, you've got Mateus Gamrot, you've got all these Beneil Dariush there in front of Paddy Pimblett. So to skip all of these guys to just give him a title shot, that kind of spits in the face of the merit of the best fights the next best guy. So if it's not going to be Justin
Kamaru with 5. Wow.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm speaking. I'm just being honest. If it's not going to be that, I think it needs to be. Because if it was Justin Gaethje, you would have made the fight already. Yeah. But the fact that you haven't made that fight already tells me that you want Justin Gaethje to maybe have another fight. So if that's the case, then it's got to be Arman Tsarukyan. Easy as that. Yeah.
I like that. You're 100% right.
Artem Lobov accuses BKFC of not paying him his pay-per-view money for his fight against Paulie Malignaggi back in 2019. Artem pulled off the upset and won the fight via unanimous decision.
Any interest in going back to bare knuckle? He's now a part of that as well.
Well, actually, funny you say this now, Ariel. You know, there could be opportunity for me to come back for bare knuckle, but you know, bare knuckle still owe me money. Oh. You know, my fight with Paulie Malignaggi, I never got my pay-per-view money.
What?
You know,
what do you mean?
Feldman announced that it made 200,000 pay-per-views, and you know, he told me first, look, you have to wait for the pay-per-view, you know, 8 months or whatever before we pay you. So I waited that. Then I was messaging. He was like, oh, Artem, yeah, sorry, we just forgot, we're gonna pay you. Then I finally got my legal team to contact him. And what he said to my legal team was, look, we love Artem, you know, of course we're gonna pay him. Unfortunately, at this time, we're reinvesting all the money back into bare knuckle. We want to make it, you know, as big as possible. We're really riding a good wave, so we need to continue reinvest. Once we're finally able to get some money out of it, of course, we're going to pay him. So I'm waiting for this. You know, I think, you know, Dave is a man of his word. I think he will pay me. It's about 300,000 that they owe me. It's not that big money, but it's pretty big. You know, once they settle that with me, of course, we can do a fight, no problem.
Charles Oliveira versus Rafael Fiziev is set to headline UFC Rio de Janeiro on October 11th. Many people were expecting Oliveira versus Max Holloway, however the UFC went in a different direction.
Fala minha família, bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Não sei que hora vocês vão estar olhando esse vídeo, mas primeiramente quero agradecer demais a Deus por mais uma oportunidade gigante que ele vem me dando. Logo em seguida, Dana White, Hunter, Shane Shelby, obrigado por ter atendido o meu pedido. Eu vou falar para todos vocês, dia 11 de outubro, no card do UFC Rio, Charles Oliveira versus Fiziev, a luta principal dessa noite. Então, galera, eu tô muito feliz por tudo isso. Conto com a energia positiva de todos vocês, que a gente esteja junto ali, né, nessa positividade para que tudo dê certo. Tô feliz demais. Alguns vão falar uma coisa, outros outras, mas faz muito tempo que eu não luto no Brasil, e poder voltar a lutar no Brasil para mim é muito importante. Carregar nossa bandeira gigantescamente. Conto com a energia positiva de todos vocês. Dia 11 de outubro, Charles Oliveira, Charles do Bronx. Hey.
Khamzat Chimaev says he's fully prepared to go all 5 rounds with Dricus Du Plessis, while some fans and fighters have questioned his cardio, claiming his only shot is to finish Dricus early. Khamzat doesn't seem concerned at all. He also shut down rumors that he plans to retire after UFC 319, saying his goal is to eventually become a triple champion. Khamzat even said he'd be willing to face the winner of Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title.
I mean, you've had to work so hard to get here. Do you think that the final step is going to be over quickly, or do you feel like there's going to be a lot of adversity in this fight?
I'm gonna go all in, like always does. So we will see if it's gonna go fast. It's gonna be fast, but if it goes for 5 rounds, I will be ready. I'm fighting there 5 rounds.
You know, there's this rumor out there that if you win the championship, that you will retire. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I seen the Caio said. I don't know where he's heard that things, so I need money, bro. This is not enough, just to go for the 1 title. I hopefully, if not get some injury or some stuff, they're gonna fight for defend the belt or fight for other belt in Abu Dhabi as well. I work with the new coach, Coach Caio. I talk about him, go down again, back to my first fights, you know, the 170 or 75, what was that? 170. He said he gives me a couple of months, we're gonna make it. So I don't know who is the champ there, this guy, Australian guy. Yeah, would be a good fight for me, and go down fight with him as well.
Yeah.
Could take the belt there. And if I go up and there is Ankalaev and his name, Alex Pereira, they are fighting now. Who is winning can fight for that belt as well.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Rules of Fitness. It says, why is Rampage acting like 20-year-old streamers now? The second one's from Bomb First One. It says, Rampage at 50 having high school drama. And the final one's from Brian Taylor. It says, did that female interviewer just call Khamzat Hazmat? Yes, she did. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.